now we have in our studio Nahar Elias, cellist from Israel. And I understand, Nahar, you just arrived a day ago, so you must be jet
Yeah.
lagged.
We just talked about it, and I am super jet lagged. I think it's 4 a.m. in Israel, and I definitely feel like it's 4 a.m. I'm like losing my mind a bit, but it's fun. I like that.
And you just had a very successful rehearsal in this beautiful King concert hall. And by the way, the guy behind you is King.
Yeah, he's a cellist. He's Harry King. I just talked about it to some guy here, and he told me he died a long time ago. But yeah, he looks really nice.
Yeah, he got this wonderful concert hall named after him.
Yeah.
And Nahar, you're very young. You're just 16, but you're a winner of absolute first prizes of more than 20 international competitions. You're really a seasoned competitor, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I actually about 16. I'm turning 17 in less than 10 days.
Well, you're
I'm
still
gonna
16, sweet 16.
I know, yeah, but I mean, I'm looking to the future. So actually, in I think 5 days, I think it's the 14th. So I'm gonna be 16 in 6 days, 17 in 6 days. So yeah, that's exciting.
But you already performed and really famous concert venues like Lincoln Center, Carnegie Hall, Jordan Hall in Boston, and many other places and around the world. And you performed with the orchestras before, with the very famous Jerusalem Symphony, right? And
Yeah,
among others.
yeah, I did, and it was everything you mentioned. Everything is really an important experience for me. I learned from every single one of those experiences, a lot, actually, and everything was very fun. With the symphony in Jerusalem, I actually played the Sounds, I think, as well in the Haydn, and a bunch of more orchestras in Israel. I think it's been my dream since I was very young, to do this, and I'm so happy I get to do this now. It's
So
harder than I thought, but it's still fun.
so you wanted to be a touring professional performer ever since you were young.
Since I guess, almost 5 years old. Yeah, and it was really young. My inspiration, Jacqueline Dupre, the amazing, amazing cellist. So when I was young, every night I would drive my sister crazy because we lived in the same room, and I would listen to her play the Dvorak and Allegro concerto on repeat for I think the entire maybe years. I'm not joking, years. And she would hate it so much, but she was my biggest, and still is my biggest inspiration. So since I was young, I always wanted to play, orchestras, and I love music so much. I love making people smile and myself smile when I do it. So there's nothing better than that. It's the best thing you can do, really.
It certainly is your world, and you sound like you're really enjoying it, like you're in your own element when you're performing.
I always try to. It's always important to me to have my personal interpretation of a piece and what I feel, what I think about it, because I think it's what makes an artist an artist. If you're just trying to copy someone, it's fine to have inspirations. I'm not saying that, but always important to have your own kind of, connection with the piece. It's in the end of the day, it's just music. It's just notes on a paper. You need to, feel whatever you want, tell a story, and that's just so much fun to do every single time.
But it also takes a lot of support. You have fabulous teachers. You're studying with Professor Lawrence Lesser right now and Professor Hillel Zori. These are fantastic musicians. I'm sure they're sharing a wealth of experience and knowledge and tricks and tips with you.
For sure, for sure. They've done this many more years than I have. And I think I love their advices so much. Both of them are amazing teachers because they can share, I think, mostly also mental advices for me. Not everything is about always just technical stuff. Obviously, that's really helpful, but sometimes it's about, because they've been through so much, they can look for everything from more up than I can, the bigger picture, you can say. And that sometimes helps me because I look at everything I want to do this the best and this one the best. So they're like, it's okay, you can, they can give me mental advice, which I think it's important for everyone in every job, in everything you do.
Absolutely. It's very important to
Yeah.
have wonderful, trusted mentors who can show you the bigger picture, just like you said.
Yeah.
Well, you just need support from people. And that's all you need. The rest you're doing yourself. You're studying music, you're learning new pieces, you're performing, you're courageous, you walk on big stages and you enjoy it. You really fly with the moment and putting your heart into music. But if you could have any wish in the world, what would you like people around you do more for you to help you achieve your goals and your dreams?
That's a great question, I think. I'm going to answer this in a bit complicated way. I hope it's fine.
Oh, totally fine. Go
Is
for
it
it.
fine? Okay, I'm going to tell a story. Okay? Story
Please
time.
do.
So, since I was very young, as I told you, I loved listening, like 4 years old, I loved listening to classical music every single night. I would imagine myself play in a big stage and everything, and just listening to it. And, I feel many kids, especially children in my age or even younger, they don't really know classical music because they have, like, bad stereotypes about it, like it's boring, it's long, people dress like it all in black, But that's not true. I think classical music has everything pop and rock has, even better. I mean, I love pop and rock, I love everything. I love everything really, but classical music is no different from any other kind of music. And my wish, biggest one, is that people, especially in my age, will listen to it and love it as much as I do, or however they feel about it. It's just music, and I feel like the way to do it is that we in the industry need to change our image and everything, like how we dress, how we talk, everything. I think I'm trying to do it with the way I speak and talk. I want to appear more casually, and I am. It's how I really am. I'm not like, it's how I am in real life. So I think all of us, doesn't matter what we do in the industry, need to make it a bit more appealing to younger audience. So, because I think we're missing a lot of people that we really enjoy it if we just change the image,
And how would you advise for older people, like the generation of your teachers, to change their image?
I feel like it's not really from the teachers. I feel like, again, I love the music. Nothing to change about the music itself, because that's perfect already. Everything aside from the music, the actual music, we should change. Even the way we dress, the way we advertise the concerts, because we know what younger people want. We live, all of us, in the reality. We all know what goes popular and what not. So we should, all of us, in every way possible. It's going to take a lot of time. I'm not saying it's very easy. It's very difficult, but we should try and change things slowly. Whether it's how we dress, how we talk, how we advertise, everything. Make it appealing to everyone, so everyone can enjoy it from every single age. Yeah.
Yeah, not to be so snobbish, right?
No. No.
But that's a great advice. Listen to the young people, really understand what younger generation wants, and to appeal so that they have the door open for this great ocean of beautiful music you write.
Yeah.
Wonderful advice. Thank you, Nahar. Thank you for your talent. Thank you for your dedication and love for music, for speaking with me. I'm
It was
so
my
looking
pleasure.
forward to hearing your concert.
Thank you. Me too. I'm just kidding. No, thank you.
Go get some sleep.
I really, really want to. I don't know where. Maybe here. I don't know. I'll find somewhere.
Yeah. You need some rest so you're fresh for your concert tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
See you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Hello, and now we have Ben Battaglia joining our studio for a short interview. Ben, welcome. It's a great pleasure to see you again.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
How was your trip?
Good. I just got in to Pittsburgh, where my family's from, and drove all the way here. So,
Oh my goodness, you just drove and you're going to have a rehearsal.
yes.
Do you know who is that guide next to you?
This is, I hear, Harry King, whom the hall is named after.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What a support cellist. Got named on the control. Okay, well, Ben, I want to ask you a couple of questions for this short interview. You're such a versatile musician. And you're first in jazz, improvisation, classical and sacred music, and you won national, international competitions, and you have your successes, your performance and in gigs all over the United States. And you wrote something really interesting in your bio. I'm going to quote you if you don't mind. You believe in the transformative power of beauty, and you desire to use art as means of reminding your listeners of their own inherent dignity and worth. Beautiful words.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So you also did something very unusual in your audition. You chose the second movement of a Chopin concerto, which was a very unusual choice because it's a slow movement, and most musicians choose something which would be loaded with virtuoso, glorifying their ability to conquer the instrument. So I have a question. When you were picking that movement, did you feel like you were running maybe a risk that the judges might overlook your performance just because of the choice of the piece?
Yes, I think in the back of my head, I always felt this would be a risky choice since it was nothing flashy. But at the same time, I really just wanted to speak from my heart. It's a piece that I love so much. And I wanted to see if this competition would be willing to receive that. And I'm really grateful that you have recognized that. So.
That's very interesting. And so, yeah, well, this piece speaks to your heart. It does speak to mine and many other people's hearts, I believe. But what was the main reason? I mean, I'm sure there are other pieces which you love just as much, but anything special about this particular movement?
Yes, I think I came across it at a very critical time. I just had my first son, my first child, about 8 months ago, and Chopin was always in the back of my. Thank you. And I just immediately connected this momentous occasion for our family with this piece, and I really wanted an opportunity to dedicate this very intimate movement of Chopin to my son. So that's why I chose it.
That's a beautiful story.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful background of the choice. And I'm sure you're very nervous and ready to go hit the keyboard to warm up for your rehearsal. And looking forward so much to your performance, Ben. That's a great pleasure to present you.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's an honor and a privilege. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wishing you all the best. Can't wait.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now we're drawing closer and closer to the beginning of the concert, and we're going to bring the concert hall on screen right now. Ooh, we can hear the musicians are warming up right there at the King Concert Hall. And I would like to also introduce Steve Robinson, who will be helping us with providing some commentary right now. Steve, great pleasure to see you. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Concert.
Very exciting interviews, and it makes you really want to hear these performances. Very exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah, wonderful. And I would like to invite on screen Fedor Spensky, who's giving us some commentary from the younger generation perspective of everything. Welcome, Fedor.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to be here. It's so exciting to see so many organizations working together on such a wonderful performance. Can't wait to see it live.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave the stage to the two of you to comment, whatever you brought for the commenting here while we were waiting for the orchestra to get ready and for all the audience to take seats. I can see the audience is gathering together and people are taking seats. That's so exciting.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of different camera angles that are set up for this performance. The production level is amazing. And also you will hear Gretchen Fischer, the concertmaster, be tuning the orchestra very soon. So looking forward to that.
And the first performance is of the Vivaldil. Is that right, Fedor?
Yes, Vivaldi Concerto in D major. And that's on the guitar.
That's right. We'll be hearing the entire concerto. Is that right? All three movements?
Yes, the full concerto.
That's very exciting with Julios Reyes, and we're very excited about that. And the concertmaster, we should say, of the orchestra is Gretchen Fischer. Is that right? And
yes.
Our conductor is Glen Cortese.
That is right. And looks like they're quieting down. We're about to hear the Vivaldi.
Terrific.
Enjoy.
And we're waiting for the appearance on stage of our conductor, Glen Cortese, who will be accompanying Julio Reyes in this Vivaldi concerto. We're going to have a bit of a delay, a couple of minute delay, but we seem to have a full house here at the university. And this concert is taking place at SUNY Fredonia in New York. And it looks, Fedor, like a beautiful concert hall.
Yes, it's gorgeous. And we were told that the hold is because the ticket line, they're just getting more people in, so we'll be seeing more people coming in, and they just want to make sure everybody is able to get into the audience, into their seats, to enjoy the performance.
Well, this concerto by Vivaldi happens to be one of my favorites. Actually, I've fallen in love with Vivaldi more than ever, so I'm very eager to hear this. The conductor is, as we mentioned, Maestro Cortese. Am I pronouncing that right, or is it Cortese?
That is right. Cortese, yes.
Yeah, he's in his 4th season as artistic director of the Schenectady Symphony, and his 17th season as artistic director of this orchestra, the Western New York Chamber. He was music director of many orchestras. He's a resident conductor, an artistic administrator, and a principal conductor of orchestras throughout the United States and abroad. And he's appeared with the orchestras all over the place, actually. In the United States, in Europe, in Latin America, and Asia. And he's now an assistant conductor of the New York Philharmonic, which has just announced a new conductor. So maybe he'll be working with Maestro Dudamel in the future. He's received many honors. He's conducted summer festivals in Chautauqua, the Bowdoin Summer Music Festival, in Maine, the American Dance Festival. And he's performed with, are you ready? Ransom Wilson, Sharon Isbin, Ruth Laredo, Nathaniel Rosen, Glenn Dictorow, Sylvia McNair, Mignon Dunn, and Don Upshaw. So he is quite something, and our soloist is lucky to have him as his accompanist in this Vivaldi. He is, again, the artistic director of the Western New York Chamber Ensemble, and they're performing in this beautiful concert hall at SUNY, the State University of New York, at Fredonia.
Yeah, and we also have here saying that he's also a strong advocate of new music, and he has conducted over 150 premieres.
Really?
Has worked in direct collaboration with composers such as Milton Babbitt, Elliott Carter, John Corigliano, George Klum, and others.
That's quite a formidable lineup of composers, actually. I had the good fortune to know Milton a little bit, Milton Babbitt. And also Elliott Carter. I did a program with Elliott, 2-hour program of his life. And I've never met George Crumb, but who passed away recently, a wonderful. So this Glen Cortese
we have some more info about Julio as well, the guitarist, the soloist here that will be performing the Vivaldi Concerto. He was born in Oakland, California, and started guitar at the age of 5 with his father, a former musical diplomat in Paraguay, South America, if I'm pronouncing that right. Who studied with a student of Agustin Berrios. He gave his first recital at 12, and at 17 performed the Concierto de
Aranjuez, that's right.
Aranjuez, with Richard Buckley and the Oakland Symphony Orchestra, who has performed in Europe, South America, and the Caribbean. That's very cool.
And I hear the audience quieting, so this may be a signal that the concert is about to begin. It's great that they had to delay the concert so they could get everybody into the hall, a very popular concert here in Fredonia. So we're very excited about that. And in just a moment, Maestro Cortese will be on stage with Julio Reyes guitar. And I see one of the musicians fanning herself. You see that there? She must, maybe it's a little warm in the hall, I don't know. I'm in Tucson.
The lights will be definitely bright enough for us to see everything, including Gretchen Fisher, who I believe that's who that is right now.
I see, yes.
Who is waiting for the moment to start the tuning. So looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll start soon.
Yes, and these musicians are competing. Will there be one winner, Fedor, tonight?
I am not sure, but I know that we are in the second concert of a long program of concertos from all different time periods and composers. I believe these are all winners because they are performing with the orchestra.
I see.
They were all selected by the long panel of judges mentioned by Anna Spenskaya earlier. So this is a great honor to hear them all perform. Every single one of them is going to be an amazing performance.
I see. And the cellist that Anna interviewed earlier in this introduction actually flew in from Israel to be here. She was jet lagged yesterday, but I imagine today she's all fresh and ready to go. And
those interviews were great. I absolutely loved watching that. I love the statue behind it. Or the statue, if you saw in the interviews, was the cellist who the hall was named after, Mr. King.
Right. That's right. So, again, it's, we never like to have a delay on a concert, but this is a good reason, because the line outside the hall waiting to get in was so much they had to wait to get everybody into the hall. It is quieting on the stage, and we expect the appearance of Glen Cortese any moment on the podium for this performance of the Vivaldi. It's not a long piece, but it's a wonderful piece by a man who really knew how to write a concerto. That's one thing you can say about Vivaldi. He wrote quite a few. And,
very many.
Yes, and the thing about the Vivaldi concertos is they're all different from each other. It's not like he was not formulaic. Each one is distinct, each one is unique, and this one is no different. This is the wonderful concerto RV 93. It's the concerto in D major for guitar and orchestra, and it's in 3 movements. And we're going to be hearing throughout the concert. This, I believe, is one of only 2 concertos that we'll be hearing in its entirety, and we'll also be hearing in entirety the last piece after intermission, the concerto named Maior for cello and orchestra by Camille Saint-Saëns, and Nahar Elias will be performing that in its entirety. Yes, very excited about that. And I see the concert mistress is still fanning herself. Must be a little steamy in the hall there.
I've been on stages many times. Usually the spotlights are going to be the thing that...
And here we go with an announcement.
Time for the concert.
Good afternoon. I'm Joanna Moffitt, the Artistic Director of Core Productions. Welcome to the first colORCHESTRA International Artist Concerto Concert Weekend. With that being said, I invite all of you to turn off your electronic devices or put them on silent. This concert is the culmination of a 1.5 years of work of the international team of artists and arts administrators from Brilliant Talent Discovery Awards, Core Productions, Progressive Musicians, Sound Espressivo, Virtual Concert Halls, and the Western New York Chamber Orchestra. As an alum of this beautiful institution, I am so proud to see all of you here this afternoon. With just shy of 50 applicants from around the globe, our team of judges was honored to listen to the world's finest talents in strings, voice, winds, piano, and guitar. We enjoyed all of the performances and are thrilled to share the very best of them with you this afternoon. Through colORCHESTRA's partnership with the Western New York Chamber Orchestra, we are pleased to perform here at the State University of Western New York tonight. Please feel free to watch any of the broadcasts both today and Fridays on our various platforms listed on the back of the colORCHESTRA program. To find out more about colORCHESTRA or how you can get involved, be it auditioning, donating, or volunteering, please email info.colorchestra@gmail.com. COLORCHESTRA. Thank you again for joining us, and please continue to support the arts.
And that was a performance of the Concerto in D Major by Antonio Vivaldi with one of our winners of the concerto competition. That was Julio Reyes, and the WNYCO orchestra was conducted by Maestro Cortese. That was a beautiful performance, Fedor.
Yes, that was so pleasant. I saw you were commenting with in our chat here that the second movement is the most beautiful movement ever. It's just incredible. It is very gorgeous. I love the transition between the harmonies. It's so smooth.
Yes, and our next soloist, who will be on the stage in a moment, is Timothy Shee, violin, and he'll be performing the first movement of the Concerto in E minor by Felix Mendelssohn for violin and orchestra. Fedor, probably you're a violinist yourself, probably one of the most well-known concertos in the entire literature, isn't it?
Yes, it's very well known, a lot of played quite often, but not overplayed. So it's in a fantastic spot. I think a lot of people love to hear it, and we'll love to hear it today as well.
Now, Timothy is a violinist and a sophomore at Milburn High School. Where's Milburn? Is that in New Jersey? Yes. He began playing violin at the age of 4 and has since performed as a guest soloist, with the New Jersey Symphony as a soloist at Lincoln Center, and as the concertmaster of the New Jersey Youth Symphony, Symphonia, and Philharmonia. And here he comes. It's Timothy Shee violin, followed by Maior Cortese with his performance of the first movement of the Mendelssohn Concerto for Violin and Orchestra. And that was a performance of the first movement of the Mendelssohn Concerto for Violin and Orchestra. And the wonderful violinist was Timothy Shee. And he, Fedor, is one of the winners of the colORCHESTRA International Artist Competition. That was Glen Cortese conducting the West New York Orchestra. A very beautiful performance. He's a real virtuoso.
Yes, yeah, that was a wonderful, wonderful movement. I don't even mind hearing just the first movement of this. I think it has a great shape to the piece. And he did a wonderful job with it.
And before we come to the intermission, we do have one more performance, and that will be the first movement of the Mozart Concerto Number 20, and that's the Crucial 466 in D minor. We'll hear the Allegro movement, and it'll be performed for us by Tang, who is a wonderful young 20-year-old Chinese pianist who has been performing since she was 11. At the age of 15, she joined the Sichuan Symphony Orchestra, and she's currently pursuing a dual degree in piano performance and finance at the Eastman School of Music and the School of Art of Sciences and Engineering at the University of Rochester. So she can just about do anything she wants with that kind of a background. She's a pianist, as you'll hear in a moment, a very good pianist, and she has already won this competition. We should say, Fedor, that everybody performing at this concert is a winner of your competition. Yes. So tell us a little bit about the competition and how it evolved.
Oh, wow. I mean, the involvement of just all of the different musicians from all over the world. I mean, it's a global competition, so performers from all over the world would compete, would come in and perform live in front of judges, and the judges would respond and give feedback right after their performance. So there's no waiting around, and I think that's a big highlight of the competition. And they've gotten through all the rounds, and here we see her coming on stage with the conductor, and let's enjoy the performance.